Hello, Annie.
Hello, darling.
Welcome on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. So I've seen your TikTok journey talking about eating disorders.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? It's something I've wanted to cover for a while, and you are the perfect guest.
Thank you.
So just tell us where it started.
So, for me, I've had a really strange relationship with food and myself from when I was Diddy. So, it started when I was 13. I'm now 26. So, it's been a really long time.
Oh, yeah, it has been a long
A
time.
really long
Oh,
time.
my God.
And as of the last 3 years, I've been in and out of recovery.
Yeah.
And only a matter of months ago did I jump into recovery properly. That was because I got to the point where I was so unwell, mentally and physically, that I had to reach out for help, which I hadn't really done before. I've kind of maybe mentioned it a couple of times or seen a couple of therapists or booked a GP appointment or something like that. But it got really serious really quickly, and I reached out and I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and anorexia, which I already knew.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where my anorexia had got past just anorexia. I was full force into the consequences of anorexia. So it wasn't just restrictive behaviours and not eating. My body was actually shutting down. And so I had to go on bed rest for 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. God.
Which was horrific because I was under the care of my fiance, which isn't sexy when he's got to make sure that your feet aren't swollen and that you're not having heart palpitations because you're at risk of something called refeeding syndrome. So I pushed it to the point where if I continued to not eat, I would die. And if I started to eat, I could die because my body was so used to being starved. It was malnourished. My digestive system wasn't working. So when I was slowly reintroducing food back into my diet, I had to be under surveillance, basically, by my mum, dad and my fiance.
That is awful. So how does it get that bad? Like, tell me, growing up, what was it that made you have that relationship with food, that you didn't want to touch food?
It's a really good question because the answer for so many people will be so different. And for me, I think I'm still in the process of understanding what caused it.
Yeah.
Because I don't sit here today and say that I am recovered. This morning, I was crying.
I was going to say this to you. I felt like it was a bit personal, but I was going to say, are you recovered now or are you still going through it?
Not recovered. And I'm in the phase now, which, as in right this second, today, 1st of December, where this is the point where I got to, within those 13 years of recovery, where I give up. And the reason for that is I'm now in a recovered body, but my mind is still sick. And this is the point of the reason why I wrote the book, of the reason why I posted it on TikTok, like you said, is because this is what people don't understand about, I would say, eating disorders and anorexia. Because if I said to you, imagine someone who's anorexic, you're probably going to think of, I don't know, maybe like Ariana Grande right now, because or someone who looks skin and bone, wouldn't you? Yeah. But the reality is people have disordered eating, which is a lot of patterns, but then an eating disorder is the patterns and the behaviour, but the thoughts as well.
Yeah.
So it's a mental illness that has physical consequences because, like you said, when did this start for me? I was a really fat kid.
Was she really?
I mean, I was so fat that my mum had to stretch the material on my school uniform for the summer dresses because even when I was in year 4, year 5, I was too big for the summer dresses.
You enjoyed your food back when you was young?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. And I never ate when I was younger and thought about, well, hopefully 13 and below don't, but I never thought about being fat. It wasn't a thing. I just ate, and I was hungry and I ate, and I loved it, and I loved a sweet treat and all of these things. It wasn't a thought process that I had. And then I remember being at my sister's 18th birthday party, and I was sat next to my dad, and my dad's a really funny guy. So he is always like the centre of attention. So we were all laughing at my dad. It was fun. It was light-hearted, and that he was talking about my sister's first words. So I was like, oh, Dad, what was my first word? And he said, Big Mac. And everyone laughed. Like, everyone laughed. The whole family wet themselves.
Aww.
But it was the first time that I can remember, it felt like, I swear, my whole body was set on fire.
No way.
And all of a sudden, I was so aware of...
Was you quite a sensitive child anyway?
Yeah. I've always been described as the fragile one. So I think words could be, listen, I'd prefer someone to physically punch me in the face than say something nasty to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think words can, like, they cut me.
1,000,000%.
And that is something that I found, I don't know what the right word would be, maybe comfort. When I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, it wasn't shocking to me because I don't know if you know.
No, let's cover that. So what is borderline personality disorder?
So borderline personality disorder, listen, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
When the doctor said it to me, I was like,
It's
what?
not like bipolar.
It's similar.
Okay.
It's similar. So bipolar, you would have weeks or months of being manic and then depressed. With borderline personality disorder, it can go like, I can't click my fingers, but it goes like that.
Yeah.
So I could be really happy in the morning. It could be absolutely fine. And then my match is wrong and the world has ended. So I was always told that I'm dramatic, that I'm sensitive, that I'm fragile. And listen, that is a part of me as a human more than a diagnosis.
Yeah.
But I think it really made sense when they said it. I wasn't shocked.
Did you feel relieved in a way?
Yeah, and it was funny because when I read it to my fiance, like the lists of what it means to have borderline personality disorder, and my fiance, he's really normal. So we always say, like, he's the normal one, I'm the mental one. And I read it to him and he was just like, yeah,
You got
to every single trait.
So people that have got that, is there a link to the anorexia with that as well?
Yes, so people with borderline personality disorder, they have coping mechanisms. So some people it would be alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex addiction, all of these things.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to control their brain, because their brain is, I don't like to say over emotional, but it doesn't have maybe the balance. Like they say, like a wise mind and a logical mind and an emotional mind. If you have borderline personality disorder, you are 99% of the time an emotional mind.
Yeah.
So my way of controlling my mind was controlling what went into my body. So I could...
Yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
I could not eat, and that little voice in my head...
It's like you've got control over that, do you think? Yeah.
Exactly that. By following what... You have a little voice when you've got an eating disorder. You have a little noise in the back of your head, and it's a really nasty noise. It's not nice, and it's not just food related. So it will be telling you, you're disgusting, you're not worthy, no one likes you... Stupid things. If I had a delivery and it was late, you know, and you get like every email, and it's like, oh, your parcel's going to be delayed. My mind would take me to, that's because I've had lunch today.
No way.
it's that ingrained into you. And that voice, if you ignore her, I call it a her and a beast.
Is this why it's called Beauty and the Beast?
This is why it's called
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. If you ignore her, she
Yeah.
gets louder and louder and louder. If you listen to her, it quietens down ever so slightly. So sometimes that's why it's easier to follow things that maybe you know aren't healthy, because she's screaming, and if you skip lunch, have a black coffee instead of a latte, it quiets down ever so slightly.
So when you was diagnosed with the BPD, what do they give you any medication or anything for that? What is the next steps with that?
So the next steps of that, for me personally, it was a little bit difficult because a little bit of like backstory, I guess. In the last couple of months of my life, I had my great nana pass away and I was with her, so I was holding her hand. Then a matter of weeks later, my auntie passed away.
Oh my God, sorry.
And
it's terrible.
It was, thank you.
Like really close, you've lost people, yeah.
Yeah,
A
really
lot.
close. And I saw her once she was gone. And then I had my nan, who is my world.
I've seen your videos. Oh, the videos are lovely that you've put out. And the video of you reading the book to your nan, that I was in tears with that.
Oh, yeah, she has her book now in her little care home. She has it there. So it's like next to her.
Yeah.
She can't read it as of yet, but it's there. But she's my nan and granddad and my world.
Yeah, I relate to that so much. So
They're just pure, aren't they?
yeah. And I think if you're lucky enough to have your nan and granddad around and still here, it's so nice to let them know like how much they mean to you.
Yeah, I think you don't appreciate something until it's a tale as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't appreciate something until it's gone, or you know you're going to lose it at some point.
Yeah.
But when my nan, she had a fall, and we were told she wasn't going to be here anymore. She wasn't going to make it, and she had major brain surgery. It was really on and off, and me and my mum were up there every single day in King's College Hospital in London, in the intensive care with her. And then the day we found out that she could come back home, with brain, she's still alive, which is amazing, but with brain damage, we found out that my granddad had cancer and it was terminal.
Oh my God.
So, for, like I said, someone who's sensitive and someone who
That's
uses...
a lot for you, yeah.
And I use food to control. So I couldn't control...
So do you feel like you was getting back on track and then this has knocked you like the other way or not?
Yeah, it was... Before all of this happened, everyone knew I had an eating disorder, but I got very good at eating when I needed to and doing all of the tricks of the trade. So you'd order a starter instead of a main. You'd go, oh, guys, this is lovely. Do you want some? Till your plate's almost done. So you know those tricks. So it was a known secret. I guess it was kind of a secret. And then when all of that happened, I couldn't control it. I couldn't control my granddad. I couldn't control my nana.
Yeah.
I couldn't. So I completely stopped eating. And I was running off adrenaline, stress. And all of the symptoms that I thought was stress was actually my body shutting down. And then it got to the point where I had I won't sugarcoat it, an attempt. And my fiance said to me, if you don't get help, I can't do this anymore. And that was what led me getting help.
Yeah.
Diagnosed with borderline. They said, listen, your body is shutting down from the anorexia. But because my anorexia was severe at that point, I wasn't fit for a medication that they could put me on to stabilise my borderline.
Okay.
So I've been doing therapy instead, which is DBT therapy. It's changed my life.
What is that? I've never heard of
So
that.
it's, instead of therapy like me and you right now, chatting and talking and maybe like unloading your stress, you learn skills. So you learn coping mechanisms and I'm only 10 weeks in, but I have already noticed a massive difference in the way that I handle situations and I react to situations because of this. And people around me have noticed it as well. And I'll give you an example. Say you woke up in the morning and you really didn't want to get out of bed. So say you just were having a mentally really bad day and you were like, do you know what? I'm not doing the podcast today. I'm just going to lay in bed.
Yeah.
That's what your body is telling you to do, your body and mind. One of the DBT strategies that you can do is opposite action. So that's what you've been doing and it's not been working. So the opposite action is you get out of bed and you go and you do your podcast.
Yeah.
So it's something that would be maybe quite obvious to some people, but with people whose brains wired slightly differently, I would find more comfort laying in bed than maybe doing something that even if I know it would make me feel better.
Yeah. So you feel like that is working at the minute?
I did, like I said, 13 years of therapy, talking about weight and food.
Yeah, what was they talking about, like, with the therapy?
You won't believe this. I got to a point where I was at the stage I am now, like I said, recovered body, ill mind, and it was getting really hard for me. So I reached out to my mum, which my mum is my sounding board, but I said to her, Mum, it's getting really bad, so I'm going to book a therapist appointment. So I found a lady online, I booked her, and I walked in, and I think I did what a lot of people do when they go into therapy. You just cry, don't you, sometimes? And then she asked me my eating habits. So I had told her what I'd eaten in the last 2 days. And I'm not going to say it because obviously we're on a podcast, but it would have been, it's very minimal. It would be way under, we're talking like maybe 200 calories, something really low.
Can I just ask, like, if I was to put food in front of you now, do you get that urge that you want to eat it? Like, do you like the taste of food, or is it simply like you can't even look at it?
Everyone asks me this. I love food.
Yeah.
I'm inside fat chubby Annie.
So you have cravings for it?
My cravings are strange because my body stopped craving food when I wasn't giving it food.
Yeah.
In recovery, you can go through something called extreme hunger, where everything's starting to work again, and then you crave everything. Like, some people eat gravel, some people eat fag butts.
Like when people are pregnant and they have pregnancy cravings to weird
like
things.
that.
Like people eat coal, they eat like sponges, things like that.
Exactly like that. So I was eating one day, I was having like a binge, and I was eating an onion, like I peeled it like something off Shrek, and I was putting Marmite on it and eating it. But if food was in front of me now, I would notice it. If it was something I liked, like chicken wings, I'd want to eat it. But I would have to evaluate in my mind what repercussions I would have. So if I ate something now, because I'm still in recovery, it wouldn't be as detrimental as it would have been.
Yeah.
But I would feel bigger. I would feel like these
The minute you eat it.
Even thinking about eating it, these would feel like these couldn't fit.
No way.
And I would then really struggle to sit here and talk to you because I would feel like I was on fire.
Like that's all you can think about.
It's still all I can think about, but I've got better at quieting like that beast, that voice in my head.
Yeah.
But it's still there. So it's not that people, listen, everyone's different. For me, it's not like I hate food. I hate what food does to me mentally.
Wow.
It's hard to understand, isn't it?
I watched one of your videos, how the brain works differently. It was a really good video, how you described it. Can you tell us that again? Like, I can't think of the words that you said, but when you done it, I was like, oh my God, she's spot on. What, like, it makes sense what you're saying.
Is it the Just Eat one?
Just Eat, yeah.
So when you're, and just to say this, I'm not a scientist. This is just what I we've been told and I've been studying and looking into since I've been recovering, because this time is my last chance, so I have to do it. And people would say, like, it might be what you think if you think about it. Like, you would say, well, if you've got an eating disorder, just eat. If you're underweight to the point where your body's shutting down, just eat.
Have you had anyone say that to you? Just eat.
Everyone.
Yeah.
For like the last 13 years. Everyone's just eat. Just eat it.
Just eat.
Just eat.
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
It's food.
Order a Domino's, chew it, swallow it, do it. It's what I get it all the time. But how it works in the brain of someone who has anorexia. So this is what's really important. And this is one of the main reasons that I've wanted to speak about this whole thing is anorexia, eating disorder, bulimia, all of these things don't present a certain way. So you can look any way and suffer with a disease like this.
Yeah.
Your brain is wired different. So if I sat down on a chair, okay, and it was a toddler's chair, okay, I'd sit on it and I would be too big for that chair. So my brain would process that as, Annie, you're too big for this chair. The context part of your brain would say, yes, Annie, you're too big for this chair because this chair is for a toddler.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in restriction, okay, your neurological pathways aren't processing and functioning the way they should. So your brain really lacks context. So I would sit on that chair, even though it was for a 3-year-old, and think, I'm too fat for this chair. This is because I'm so fat, not because the chair is too small for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there was an MRI done of someone who has anorexia, someone who's arachnophobia. So they've got arachnophobia, which is either a fear of spiders or snakes, and someone who would be considered normal, like you.
Yeah.
And you would be shown all different images, and they would throw in for that someone with anorexia an body image, showed their personal body or food or a set of scales. For the person who's got the phobia of snakes or spiders, I forgot which one, a couple of spiders, a couple of snakes, and then the normal person would see the full collection of images. For someone with anorexia, when they were shown their body, food, scales, etc., the trauma centre of their brain, okay, their emotional part of their brain, lit up like a Christmas tree, the same way as somebody who was having a panic attack. So if you think about the amount of times a day that you hear your friends, your family, or you talk about weight, talk about food, talk about body image, even in the most harmless way, it's quite repetitive. So I would be constantly battling my own mind, constantly trying to calm down these panic attacks, whilst doing something as, I don't know, lovely as going out for a nice dinner with my fiance. I would be inside screaming because there's food everywhere and then there's people everywhere. And then these people don't care about me. They're not thinking about me. They're thinking about them and whatever's happened in their day and their lovely food. But they're thinking Fatty's about to order the whole menu when they're probably not.
Oh my God, yeah.
But that's where my mind is taking me.
Yeah.
So it's a constant
It's
battle.
like a battle, with your own mind.
With your own mind. And then you're meant to run a business. And then you're meant to...
Do you think, though, your job that you do, like, so you do aesthetics,
Yeah.
is very, like, people come to you, they want to look nice. Do you feel like that you've got to look a certain way to do your business as well? Do you think that's a big part? If you had a different job, do you think you could be any different?
I really battle this.
Like, do you think you could be more in a better way, like recovery-wise, like today, as in if you didn't do this job?
I really battle this because when I first was talking to my doctor, so I've got a doctor and a therapist, and when I was put on that bed rest, he said to me, you can be a model, you can be a chef, you can be a beautician and have anorexia and recover from it. But it depends on each person. I see it as I can take away a little bit of somebody's insecurities. So if you're really insecure about maybe your skin, I can give you a facial and help. So I look at it like that, but I think deep down it does feed my disorder, because I don't know many people that can be in the beauty industry without feeling like they've got to look a certain way. Like, would you go to a hairdresser that had split ends, uneven colour? Like, I wouldn't want to.
No.
So I would want to go to a beautician who maybe fits the beauty standard.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It's, like I said, I'm in recovery. I'm in it now. I don't know what my future will hold, but I am so passionate about my job.
Yeah.
Like, I love my job so much. But I don't know if maybe one day I'll have to decide between, listen, you want to work because you love it. You also need to work financially.
Yeah.
Therapy is not cheap. But I don't want to be here again. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't want to be unwell anymore. And if I've cut out people, I've cut out places. And if I need to do something that's going to protect me in the long run, I need to do that. So I could talk to you for hours on that one.
When you say you've cut out people, what is that? People that are not, like, they're putting you down? Like, what are they doing with the eating disorder? Is that, are they mentioning it to you? Or, like, would you rather people around you that don't mention it to you? Like, explain what you mean.
Yeah, so you can never say the right thing with someone with an eating disorder, just talking about that part of the question. Because, like I mentioned, that voice, that beast, she will twist whatever you say to feed her narrative. So if I starved myself before I came on here, which I had to actively stop myself doing, by the way, and you said to me, oh God, Annie, you look really good. The eating disorder, the voice, the beast would go, see, you look good because you've starved yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you said nothing, it would be, all right, well, she said nothing because she knows I'm fat, and she's thinking, all right, well, she's talking about an eating disorder, but she's fat. And then if you said, oh, you're looking really healthy, I would take that as she's saying healthy, she means overweight.
Overweight, yeah.
So it's really difficult because it's not your fault. It's not someone else's fault. It's not my fiance's fault. It's not my mum's fault. It's not my friend's fault to say the wrong thing, because you've all been blessed to never know this voice. So how can you expect someone to know something that you've never told them?
Yeah.
So it's no one else's fault. I don't believe in, which is really controversial, I don't believe too much in triggers. Triggers happen. Triggers are a part of the world, but it's your decision to react to it.
Yeah.
Which is why I've fallen out or cut off quite a few people, because I couldn't be around people for a long time because I knew I would be triggered and I knew it wouldn't be their fault. However, there were some people that I would refer to as so close they were family that took me becoming a bit of a recluse to try and save my own life as a personal attack to them.
Okay, yeah.
And I really am.
So you shut yourself off for a bit.
Really did, and I still am shut off, because what people don't understand is anorexia has got the highest death rate of any mental disease.
Is it really?
The highest. So it isn't something as small as just someone doesn't want to eat a burger. I'm actually fighting for my life every day.
But and then when you say that, I feel like I don't know anyone on top of my brain that I can think of that's got it.
Okay.
Like
Great
when
point.
you think I know quite a lot of people, I can't think of anyone else like that has got it. It's crazy.
This is such a great point that you've said. I'm really vocal about it.
Yeah.
I scream and shout about it, and I have done that because I almost died in silence. And I saw a quote once, and I absolutely love it. I'm trying not to swear. I absolutely love it. It's, I almost died in silence, so I'm going to heal loudly. Eating disorders are really manipulative, and they're meant to be that you're not meant to know.
Yeah.
You're not meant to know that I've got one, because like I said, it doesn't always present as skin and bones.
Yeah.
6% of people with anorexia are clinically underweight. So that means there's 94% of people that have anorexia, and I don't know what the statistics are for other people that have got these kind of eating disorders that you maybe won't see.
Yeah.
And that is the point of it. And the majority of the death, which is so sad, is suicide. Because, like I said about the panic attacks, like I said about battling your head every day, could you imagine how draining that is?
Yeah.
If every day...
And is it like the minute you wake up, it's like that voice is in your head?
I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, and the reason for that was...
Not coming on this podcast. Was she stressing about coming on here?
No, I was really looking forward to it because I know you're a darling. I know you're lovely, and I knew you would be someone that I'd feel really comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's the camera part.
Yeah.
And
it's a big thing, isn't it, to come on and talk about it, yeah.
And I always slept on my back with my hand across my hips. As I'm now in a recovered body, I can feel less and less hip bone. And I could roll over on my side and I could feel a stomach, okay? I didn't want to feel a stomach. I didn't like it. So I woke up in like a fit of sweats. Then I had to get up, and then I stupidly weighed myself, which I haven't done actually in a really long time because I put them up in the loft. And then I weighed myself, and then I thought, oh, I'm not getting on a podcast today. I weighed myself. So this is what I mean as I'm in recovery. I do still indulge in behaviours that I shouldn't do.
Yeah.
But I've had 13 years of exercising this muscle in my head of these toxic pathways. So I've got to give myself a bit of grace. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's second you wake up, second you close your eyes, you're consumed by, it's not just food, it's weight, and then it's a self-obsession, but not in the way of I love myself.
Yeah.
It's in a way of I'm obsessed with hating myself.
Yeah.
So I was texting you, wasn't I?
It's actually mad.
Yeah.
Like, to think how I think you look beautiful, but you've got that little voice in your head. I just want to ask you another question. When you wake up and you get dressed, and how do your clothes feel on you? Because obviously, see, I look at you and I think you look well. I don't think you look like in a bad way or nothing like anorexia. I don't think you look like that.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like in yourself with your clothes on? Do you feel like, are they baggy? Like,
so I at the moment wouldn't wear anything that wasn't loose.
So you don't wear tight stuff.
It's just weird. I used to wear tight stuff.
Yeah.
I used to wear tight stuff, but in this body to me still isn't my body.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, this is inappropriate, but do you have implants?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember when you first had your implants and it was really weird getting used to having new boobs because they were on you, but they weren't always there.
Yeah.
It feels almost like that. This doesn't feel like my body. This doesn't feel like me. I look in the mirror and I don't know who I am. Like I will look at a reflection, and I really try not to do this. I try to not look in the mirrors.
Okay, yeah.
So like at the early start of my recovery, all the mirrors were like covered, because you just catch the wrong glimpse and then it's not eating. But I don't, getting dressed is a bloody, well, I'm really trying not to swear, is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare because I'm so hyper fixated right now. I had to eat this morning because I'm on a meal plan, and I feel like I am so bloated. I ate last night because I had to.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, if I was doing something like this, I wouldn't eat for a couple of days before. So my body's still processing, digesting. You get a little bit of edema, so you can swell. So I don't know what my recovered body will look like, but I'm trying to not imagine it, because if I imagine it, it just gets worse and worse.
Is it hard getting clothes and that as well that you feel comfortable in?
Yeah, I was addicted to shopping. Like, there was always parcels and parcels and parcels at my door, because I never liked the way anything looked on me when I was severely underweight, that I didn't have a period, that I couldn't walk up and down the stairs without having to pause and catch my breath. My fiance was picking me up off the floor in the middle of the night going to the toilet because my body was shutting down. But I didn't like the way anything looked then.
That was the side effects of it, was it? Like, so you didn't get periods?
yeah, periods. I would sometimes get them, but they'd be really irregular.
Yeah.
And I couldn't walk up and down the stairs properly. I would live really off just, yeah, I'd survive off caffeine. So my anxiety was through the roof because it had nothing to kind of balance it out with. So it's not fun. It's really not. But with clothes, with the way I felt, I hated myself then. So it was never about weight. I'd had the lowest number that I physically could be at. And I still don't like myself at this number. But at least at this number, it means I can be a mum.
Yeah.
And I can spend time with my nan and granddad. And I can cuddle and kiss my niece and nephew. I wasn't living then. Because I, like, what life is it if I couldn't do anything that was enjoyable.
No.
So at least now, yes, I still hate myself, but I know that that's a process to learn to love yourself.
Yeah.
But I know I'm going to
You know
get
you're
there.
getting there. Yeah.
Because it's that or death. So the number on the scales is a little bit softer when you know if I fall back into my old habits, which I know I could do at the snap of a finger. I know I could do it. I could lose X amount in X amount of days. I could do it. I know I can because I've done it for 13 years. But that way, I end up in the ground. This way, I can live.
Wow. It's deep, ain't it?
I know, Merry Christmas.
It really is.
It's a Christmas episode.
I was shocked earlier, like, let's talk weight loss jabs. I'm shocked that you've ever even tried one.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people, that is what they do. Like you said earlier, it's like the underweight people are taking them the most.
Yeah. So weight loss jabs. It started off, well, obviously, like you said, I'm in the industry. So I tried them. And I tried them when I was a bit more of a healthier weight, I'd say. But like I said, healthier weight on sick mind. But there is a massive amount of people now that are BMI underweight that are taking Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, all of them. Whether they're getting them officially through a prescription process where they may be lying about their weight, or they're doing backdoor black market skinny pens.
Yeah.
Did you see the other day that there was a lady that
Passed away.
from taking it?
That's terrible. That, I'm not going to lie, that did scare me a bit because I have tried them in the past. And I do always get them from someone like that I know, but still that sort of, because I've not heard of anyone else passing away from them. So yeah, that did put me off.
I think the thing is with what I know about the weight loss jabs is it should be done by a medical professional who knows your body weight, your bone density, your muscle mass, and then they will prescribe the correct amount for you. Whereas when you're buying them online, you're automatically kind of going up, aren't you? So it goes from 2.5 to 5 to 7, I think, to 12. But you might be going up because your body's coming more resilient to it. But a lot of people take these weight loss jabs but don't change their diet or lifestyle. So you might still be eating KFC, McDonald's, etc., just smaller amounts.
Yeah.
But in the long term, you might be losing the fat, but you're also losing bone density, losing muscle, and you're not getting nutrition. And I think personally, this is my own version of it. Listen, I don't know any female. I'm going to word this correctly because I don't want to drop anyone in it. There are not many females that I know in my immediate circle or outer circle that haven't done it or are doing it.
Yeah.
So it's something that I think is as common now as maybe like a B12 injection or a little bit of Botox. It's so common now.
And it has changed people's lives as well, like for the better, do you not think?
Oh, 1,000%. I think if something is keeping you up at night and you're really struggling with your weight, etc., and you can fix it, or let's say you really don't like a bump on your nose. I was so flat-chested when I was younger. When I was 18, I got implants.
Yeah.
That made me feel way more
Yeah.
confident. But what my concern with it is, and listen, I'm not against it, I did it. I'm not against it. But what I think is where I'm trying to look at respecting your body over more the appearance of your body. You could appear thinner, which might look great, but that doesn't mean you're healthier.
No.
So if you're still eating KFC, McDonald's, I'm talking every day, then your body is still going to be unhealthy.
I've known quite a few people with like after problems as well, like with their kidneys and their gallstones and things like that. So there is quite a few side effects in there as well.
And it slows down your digestion, so it means you've got your feces is in your bowels for longer.
Yeah.
So it's not actually processing that, and that can be really toxic, and that
that's bad, yeah.
it can cause. There has been some articles, not medical studies, articles that I've read that saying that it can increase your chances of bowel cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but listen, everything's got a side effect.
Yeah.
Like they say to you, wear sunscreen, and they say don't wear sunscreen.
And it is also very unhealthy to be overweight.
Of course it is.
So
It's the either end of these extremes are unhealthy. But the sad thing about that is, if someone's overweight, they might be overeating, but on nutritious food with high nutritional value.
yeah.
But they would be more discriminated against than somebody who's starving themselves.
Yeah.
They would look at somebody who's overweight and think, oh, just lose the weight. But then if you're starving yourself, and someone might go to you, oh my God, your self-control's so good. How do you say no to that? Do you know what? You're looking really good, but you're doing more damage.
I am guilty of saying this to people. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you stop eating the cake? How do you, like, I am guilty of saying that.
You're not the only one. My sisters used to say to me all the time, deep in my eating disorder, God, how do you not have that?
To say no, like to dessert or something like that, like if I had a friend that done that, I'd be like, oh my God, how do you do that?
Yeah, tell me your secrets.
Tell me your secrets.
Tell me your secrets. But it was something that I think that it is still hard for someone with an eating disorder to say no to it. It's not like easy, but it's like I said, otherwise you're battling your head. So you have to choose your battles.
It's mad. Yeah, it's mad.
It is. It's a big topic, which I think is not
I think
spoken.
you are doing so well speaking about it though, because you're right. Like, probably there is quite a few people going through it that maybe I do know, but they just don't talk about it.
And I think as well, how do you say to somebody, bread scares me? And I'm not making a joke, I'm being deadly serious. How can you say to someone, I'm terrified of bread, I can't eat carbs? How can you say to someone, I feel like my life is going to end when I eat a dinner? Because it's something that's so subconscious to you, you just eat because you have to eat to stay alive. If I was an alcoholic or I was a drug addict and me and you were going out on a Saturday night, if I was an alcoholic, you would maybe say, should we go to the cinema? Or should we go for a long drive? You maybe wouldn't invite me around somewhere where there's going to be alcohol.
Yeah.
If I was a drug addict, you probably wouldn't invite me around somewhere that you know there's going to be drugs. Now, if your addiction revolves around food and hating yourself, how do you get away from that?
Food is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's constant, and you need it to survive. You don't need alcohol to survive. You don't need drugs to survive, but you need it.
It's probably even harder than going through like addiction to drugs and things like that, thinking about it, because it literally is everywhere.
And you have to have it.
Yeah.
If I don't eat, I die. But mentally, it feels like it's a slow death because each time I have to eat, I am consumed with the most abusive bully in my mind. But if I don't do that, I'm dead. So it's hard. But if you're an alcoholic, I'm saying it like it's easy. that you've got other options.
Yeah.
You can take yourself to places where alcohol won't be. But if food is constant,
It's there.
everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere, and you need it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's talk your book. I read it all in like an hour.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
I literally
thank
read
you.
it. It was really, really good.
Thank you
Beauty and
so
the Beast.
much.
And I loved the beginning of it.
Thank
Dedicated
you.
to my nana and granddad. Some people get to choose their best friends. I was lucky enough to be born with mine. I love that.
They are my whole world.
So, and you're not taking no money from this book, are you? You're donating it to the mental health charity, was it?
So I'm donating it to an eating disorder charity.
Yeah.
I haven't decided what one yet.
Yeah.
But basically, with the book, there's Amazon printing costs, and then I'm getting like a matter of pennies.
Yeah.
So I want to let it build up. I want to sell as many as I can. I've done 100 in a week.
Yeah, that's really good.
I was really
It's
proud
so
of that
good.
number.
But it is actually a really good book.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
I haven't got an eating disorder, but I still really enjoyed reading it.
I had quite a few messages from people that were going through fertility issues,
Yeah.
mental health issues, grief, heartbreak, and they said that they found comfort in the words, because I think a lot of people have a beast.
Yeah.
It's just mine is food related, but I think like in the book it touches on mental health, because an eating disorder is a mental
Yeah.
health condition.
And to be honest, I haven't got an eating disorder, but I feel like I have got a bad relationship with food. So that's why I was quite interested to read it, because
Yeah.
mine's more like once I start eating, I can't stop eating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice like to think about the opposite of it, you know, people that generally don't want to eat, whereas I am, I love food and I can't stop picking and getting in bed and stuff in my face. So
With Jaffa cake.
with Jaffa, I love Jaffa cakes. But yeah, and I actually didn't know that how you actually feel is that you do still crave the food.
Mm-hmm.
You just, it's how you actually feel afterwards. I didn't know that. I thought an anorexic person just did not even want to look at food.
Well, I'm speaking from my own experience. There are some people that are like physically repulsed by food.
Yeah.
But for me, personally, it's never been the food that's the problem, it's me.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at it as it's a control, but I think it was my version of self-harm. That's
Yeah.
what I think it was, because I knew those things were hurting me. But I think where my self-worth and self-respect was so low,
Yeah.
it would be, for example, like a boyfriend cheats on you. We've all been there. It's happened. I remember the first time a boyfriend cheated on me, I had this little feeling inside of pleasure, because I knew that this was going to cause me to stop eating again.
I knew you was going to say that.
Yeah, I knew it was going to cause me to stop eating again. So there was a part of me, I'm not intelligent enough to choose the correct word. Pleasure's probably wrong, but there was something in me that was, and then when...
Because stressful times in your life, I think you either go one way or the other. You either can't stop eating or you completely stop.
Yeah, because it's that emotional connection that you have, because your gut, they call it like your second brain.
Yeah.
So you've got neurotransmitters in your gut that can help produce like dopamine. So a lot of people when they eat, it's biological that you feel good after. But for me, I would feel good when I've starved.
Yeah.
So anything that I used to do that I knew would set me off or trigger me, I would sometimes put myself in those situations. Whereas now I'm trying to, listen, I want to get married. I want to have bubbers.
Yeah.
So I know that long term, if I'm going to spend the rest of my days feeling a bit of a chunky monkey, or I'm never going to look in the mirror naked and be like, you look amazing. I didn't then. If I don't now, there's other things. I think listen, I'm in the industry of making people physically look better.
Yeah.
But I think there is so much more to a human being than just the way they look. So I don't know why I put that pressure on myself.
And I don't think there's anyone in this world that actually loves themselves 100%. Like that you're always going to find something that you're not going to be happy with.
Of course. And I think that's the curse kind of being a woman
like
as
being
well.
a woman, you're never going. You could lose all the weight, you could have all the surgery in the world. You're never going to feel. Personally, that's what I think. You're never going to feel like 100% perfect how you want to look.
I agree, and I have these conversations with clients. If a client has come to me and she goes, Annie, I'm really going through it. I want a full face rejuvenation. I don't want to have a wrinkle on my face. I don't want to move. I'll always have a chat with them, and as you can tell, I like to talk. But I'd chat to them and I would say, okay, well, what's going on? So if they tell me that there's something going on in their personal life, I have to set expectations with them that you're going to feel better from this, but it's deeper than that. You need to feel better from within to appreciate what you've got on the outside.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important because as women, we think like, we'll do a little jab and then we're going to feel better. Do a little Botox, going to feel better. Pop into Zara, we're going to feel better. Yeah. And these things do make us feel better in the moment.
Temporarily.
But it's it's a plaster. There's something inside you that's not, that you feel like you need to fill this hole, this void with something.
Yeah.
And that's why I recommend everyone to go to therapy.
Have you ever had anyone, like, I know I haven't, have you ever had anyone say, I am happy with the way I look, I love the way I look, I wouldn't change a single thing?
My sister.
Oh, your sister?
I swear.
Really?
It's
a good way to be, though.
She is the most confident woman.
Oh, I love it.
Ever. Yeah. And she is really curvy.
Yeah.
She has got a homegrown BBL. We couldn't look more different. Like, we are so different. She loves her food. She's got long, natural black hair.
Yeah.
My sister is beautiful, but she's completely different to my aesthetic in every single way. And I remember I'd be little, and this is when we both lived at my parents' house. She'd come into my room in her underwear, and she would like strut around, and she would go, Annie, how good do I look? And like she'd be eating like a packet of crisps as she does it. Aww. And I'd look at her, and even though she's a size, Molly, don't hate me for saying this, like a 12 to 14. She's curvy.
Yeah.
She can go up a couple of sizes. She can go down a couple of sizes.
She's comfortable anyway.
So comfortable.
Love it.
And I look at her with jealousy because I would love to feel as comfortable in my skin as she does.
And two sisters, you've both been brought up the exact same way and you both think so differently. It's mad.
So differently. And that's why I think people say, is it nature or nurture? I don't know. There are some people that say that you are biologically born with an eating disorder. I think I read a stat once that said it's 55% of it is like actually genetics.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was for me. Maybe one day I'll learn. But my sister will eat 2 dinners and a dessert and wake up in the morning and think about what she's having for breakfast.
Yeah.
If I did that, I would need to be in a straitjacket, locked in a room, because I would be wanting to bang my head against the wall. But she's happy and confident, whereas I can appear that quite well.
Yeah.
But internally, I'm trying to get there.
Wow. Let's just cover skincare really quickly before we finish. I think your skin is amazing.
Thank you.
What do you use?
So I switch about, which I think is a bit controversial. But
do you have skin boosters, anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what changes it for me completely. Microneedling with exosomes. Okay. Is a game changer, and it's slept on so much as a treatment. People want instant results. With microneedling, it's a process. But if you could microneedle yourself once a month for the rest of your life, okay, everything's going to change for you. And then hyaluronic acid skin boosters.
Okay, yeah.
Hyaluronic acid skin boosters are what give me the glow. Polynucleotides, like the salmon sperm.
Yeah.
They are something, so they work in like the fibroblast to help stimulate collagen production, but I refer to them as you bank collagen for future. It doesn't give you an instant result, but if you had them every month for the next 5 years,
once a month, yeah,
you would look the same in 5 years' time. It almost pauses the aging process.
Okay.
Whereas hyaluronic acid gives you that instant glow and that hydration.
Yeah. I need something. I
Your
feel like
skin is beautiful.
I've never really used anything. I'm just starting the skincare, probably like the last 6 months. But I find the more harsher stuff. Like I tried the tretinoin,
Oh, yeah.
and it's not agreed with me at all. It did at first. I felt really fresh at first.
Yeah.
And then I just started getting really, when I put I think if you don't wear makeup, it's good. But where I wear makeup, it was going patchy and I was getting really dry. And I only use like the low percentage.
Yeah, like a 0.25.
So 0.25.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with the tretinoin? Are you sticking with it?
I'm going to give it a go again because it is the golden standard for skincare. It is.
Anti-aging is like the best thing.
It's the best thing to do.
I've started putting it on my chest because I'm getting a bit of a wrinkly chest.
Chest, neck, knees, elbows.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is where I still put it because that's, if you think about it,
And my hands are aging as well.
You
If you can put on your hands.
Tret in your hands, but you can also microneedle your hands. All right. I'm actually in the process of making it's a course online for people to learn how to microneedle themselves at home.
Themselves, yeah.
Because it is something that is doable and there's minimal risk if you do it correctly. But I think for a lot of people, it's finding, if you're a mum, you've got to find the time to go to an appointment, get it done, come back. It's difficult. But you should microneedle your face, neck, chest, hands. Tretinoin, I will start again, but I broke out so bad. I was going through the same thing as you. I know you have a purging phase, so I know I should have expected it, but my skin was getting so dry.
Yeah.
And on top of everything else, I just didn't need it. So instead of using that, I'm using azelaic acid, which is really great, and I use that in the evenings. And vitamin C. Medicate vitamin C, I swear by.
Is it good?
They're liquid peptides.
Yeah, because you have got really glowy skin. You've got lovely skin. I just find mine really dull, and it's very red areas as well.
Azelaic acid.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So I've got these tiny little spots on my head, and they've never gone.
Block comedones. Do you use any form of exfoliator?
What's that exfoliator got? Just like, the Pixie, the tonic stuff. That's like an exfoliator.
Try Paula's Choice, I think it's the BHA exfoliator, or the Medicube zero pore pads.
Oh yeah, I've seen quite a lot on them actually recently.
I use them as well. They're good. Just don't over exfoliate because then you break your skin barrier.
Okay, yeah.
Skincare's it's a real journey.
Yeah, now I've started on, but it's like everything. Once you start, this is why I haven't started the microneedling or anything like that, because I just feel like it's another treatment that you're having, and you've got to keep up with it.
Well, even one session of microneedling will increase your collagen production by up to 100%. So even having one, you are gaining the collagen that you naturally lose a year. Because from the age of 25 plus, we lose 1% of collagen a year. So just from one, you're kind of reimbursing yourself.
Yeah, that's good. Well, Annie, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
You are bringing your own podcast out?
Yeah, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
It'll be Beauty and the Beast podcast.
Yeah. So anyone that's watching this, I think that would be really good, to listen to you. And I really appreciate you coming on.
I really appreciate you asking. Thank you.
Thank you.